we need to talk about something that should alarm every American. I came across this video by Melissa Dalton Bradford, and honestly, it perfectly captures what so many of us have been feeling but couldn't quite put into words. So here's what we're dealing with. While families are choosing between groceries and gas, while our infrastructure is crumbling, while schools are underfunded, Trump and his wealthy donors are pouring millions into building a ballroom. Not a hospital, not affordable housing, a ballroom for his own vanity. Sound familiar? Let me show you Melissa's video, because the parallel she draws is chilling.
Hello, my friends. In Berlin, 1936, Albert Speer, the Nazi architect, built a ballroom for Adolf Hitler. A grand reception hall behind the Reichskanzlei, or the Chancellery, was marble and light above and a bunker below. They called it the Festsaal mit Wintergarten, or the reception hall with a winter garden. It was a place for ceremony raised on concrete meant for survival. You see, the floor for dancing was the roof of the Vorbunker, or the bunker, and its slab was 1.5 meters thick, because even power needs somewhere to hide when the sky falls. And that hall, as you probably know, it's gone now. It's erased by war, but its idea lingers that beauty can be built to disguise fear, that spectacle can be a kind of camouflage. And now, nearly a century later, the East Wing of the White House, as you know, is being torn down. It's being razed to make room for another ballroom. But this time it's 90,000 square feet of golden grandeur, 12 times larger than Hitler's. A room so vast, it could practically swallow the old Chancellery whole. And of course they say it's for state dinners, for pageantry, and for pride. But keep this in mind, the East Wing sits above the PEOC, the Presidential Emergency Operations Center, the bunker of the nuclear age, the place built for when everything else fails. And did you know that cameras are barred from the excavation, that staff are warned not to take pictures, that permits were filed after the walls had been taken down? Protocol, the quiet grammar of democracy, was totally skipped. You see, the renter of the people's house, because the president is the renter of the people's house, has knocked down the foundations without even waiting for permission. And okay, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's only marble and chandeliers again. Maybe it's just another room for, I don't know, respectable spectacle, for keeping us dazzled, keeping us twirling, keeping us in awe, while the thread of war, or the threat of war, hums beneath our feet. But I'll tell you something, history has an echo, a ballroom over a bunker, then and now. A symbol of power, pretending it's safety. And when the music starts, my friends, note this, we should listen not to the violins, but to the sound under the floor, the low, unfinished hum of something being built for what they're not yet saying out loud. And I'll be back.
Let's be crystal clear about what we just heard, because this is the part that should make your blood boil. In 1936, while ordinary Germans were suffering under economic strain and the shadow of coming war, Hitler had Albert Speer build him a massive ballroom, a monument to his own power. Marble, chandeliers, spectacle, the Festsaal. And it was built right above a bunker, because even dictators know they're not invincible. Fast forward to today. Trump is tearing down the East Wing of the White House, without proper permits, by the way, because why follow the law when you think you are the law, to build a 90,000 square foot golden ballroom, 12 times larger than Hitler's. Let me repeat that, 12 times larger than Hitler's ballroom. And where's this monument to ego being built? Right above the Presidential Emergency Operations Center, a ballroom over a bunker. Again. Now, Trump's White House claims this is all privately funded donations and his own money, zero cost to taxpayers. And maybe that's technically true. But here's what really gets me. This is about priorities and symbolism. While Americans are struggling, while people are choosing between medicine and rent, Trump and his wealthy donors are pooling millions to build a monument to power. Not to help people, not to solve real problems. A ballroom. Think about what those millions of private dollars could do right now. Fund school lunch programs for kids who go hungry. Build affordable housing for homeless veterans. Support medical debt relief for struggling families. Invest in disaster relief for communities in crisis. But no, billionaires and Trump are choosing a ballroom because showing off power is more important than helping people. And you want to know the most disturbing part? The secrecy. Cameras banned. Staff warned not to take pictures. Permits filed after demolition. This is the behavior of someone who knows what they're doing is wrong, who knows the optics are terrible, who knows the American people would be outraged if they fully understood. This is authoritarianism 101. This is the dictator's playbook. Step 1. Build monuments to yourself while people suffer. Step 2. Do it in secret, bypass democratic processes. Step 3. Create spectacles so dazzling that people forget to ask whose interests you really serve. Step 4. When questioned, claim it's about national pride or American greatness. We've seen this before. Melissa is right to draw the parallel. Because while Hitler built his ballroom, the German people suffered. And while Trump and his billionaire donors build this golden palace, Americans are suffering too. The wealth gap is exploding. Healthcare is unaffordable. Climate disasters are destroying communities. But sure, let's spend millions on a room where Trump can host dictators and billionaires while pretending he cares about working people. The money may not be coming from taxes, but it reveals everything about priorities, lavish displays of power over helping the struggling. Here's what this is really about: control, symbolism, power. When you build something 12 times larger than what Hitler built, you're not just making a design choice. You're making a statement. You're saying, I am above you. I am beyond the rules. I deserve grandeur while you make do with less. Melissa said it perfectly. We need to stop listening to the violins and start listening to what's being built beneath our feet. We need to stop being dazzled by spectacle and start demanding accountability. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Don't let this slide. Don't let them normalize this. Subscribe to this channel if you want more truth about what's really happening. Hit that like button if you're angry about these twisted priorities. Share this video with everyone you know because mainstream media isn't talking about this enough. And comment below, what would you do with the millions being spent on this ballroom? Where should wealthy donors' money actually go? Go check out Melissa Dalton Bradford's original video, link in the description. Follow her, amplify her voice, because we need more people willing to draw these connections. History is screaming at us. We need to listen. Because the people who don't learn from history are condemned to repeat it.